special good evening to you and welcome to Kantanka Exclusives. The month of August is a special month that has been set aside to celebrate the special gifts to Ghana and for that matter the continent of the entire Africa. In the person of the African star, His Holiness Apostle Professor Emeritus SAFO Kantanka. As the month has been set aside as a special month for the celebration of this precious gift to Africa and Ghana, Kantanka Television has set aside this month to get exclusives and individuals who have also gotten themselves acquainted to Apostle to also celebrate him. And one of such prominent personalities that we are privileged to have with us this evening is His Royal Majesty Dr. Jude CHUKWUDI Jude IHENETU. He is the Eze of Ghana. Your Royal Majesty, please, good evening to Kantanka TV.
Good evening.
We welcome you and we thank you for getting time to speak to us. Like we said, we want you to introduce yourself to our viewers. When we say you are the Eze of Ghana, who is Dr. CHUKWUDI IHENETU?
Good evening, viewers all over the world. By the special grace of God, I am His Royal Majesty Dr. Ambassador CHUKWUDI Jude IHENETU. I am the king of Igbo community in Ghana. Eze in my local language means a king. In Ghana, you can say Nana, Nene, Togbe, Togbe?
Yes.
Togbe, Togbe?
Yes.
Aha. So that is the meaning of Eze. So by the grace of God, I am the paramount king of Igbo community in Ghana. That sees to the affairs of my people, though I have other sub-kings under me that are in charge of Igbos anywhere they are in Ghana. I have almost 9 of them so far, and by the special grace of God, we are moving more farther because Igbo people, we are known to be those that promote culture and tradition. And anywhere we are, we want to make sure our tradition and our culture is promoted so that our children now and unborn, we know their culture and their tradition. You will be able to meet that a lot of people are now living in diaspora, not just in their various villages. So this is the work I do in terms of Ezeship. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Eze. We are most grateful. How long have you been the Eze?
This is exactly 10 years. This month of August, the month of the birth of our father, yes, is exactly the 10th year anniversary of me being the Eze Igbo Ghana. I was coronated on 30th of August 2012. So 30th of August this year will be exactly 10 years. Fantastic. Of this truth.
This is a very important coincidence, and I think that the association between you and the father, Apostle Professor Emeritus, and for that matter, the entire Church of Christ SAFO will come and support you to celebrate your 10th anniversary.
Beautiful.
when we are invited. So, can you just take us through what are some of the things you do as the king of the Igbo community in Ghana?
First of all, it is my duty to bring peace among my people, settle disputes, and preach peace, preach love, preach unity and understanding among our people. Number 2, holding town hall meetings, try the best we can to explain to our people the laws of this nation, Ghana, what is prohibited in Ghana for you not to do, and what you're supposed to do in Ghana. In all the areas, in all sectors, both in trade, both those that are schooling, both those that are into entrepreneurship, those that are into corporate businesses. So it is my duty to explain to them. Remember, most of our people are traders. Some of the traders, they are not well educated, some. So they depend on people like us also to interpret the laws and explain to them. We also go out there to bring customs, immigration, police, prisons, for them to explain to our people the areas of their difficulties in the town hall meetings. Then we also promote our culture, educate our sons and daughters, our culture. Most of us married to Ghanaians, foreigners. They should know the culture of their husband. And some of us also left home very early, when we are 10 years of age, 5 years of age, 20 years of age, live in diaspora from maybe Lagos to Ghana or areas like that, that we are not, we don't have the privilege to know about our culture and our tradition. But over here in diaspora, we must let them know those things they don't know. So this is one of the key areas so that our sons and daughters will know who they are. So if you look at here in Ghana, you can see that Igbo Cultural Festival has been the biggest diaspora cultural festival celebrated in Ghana, and we're still celebrating every year. As I'm talking to you right now, you're also invited on the 18th of September this year, 2022. We are celebrating Igbo New Year Festival in Ghana here, and that will also be 10 years anniversary of this throne celebration at the Children's Park. So you are invited also. So the throne is not just for me and my family. The throne is not just for me and the elders, but the throne is for the entire Igbos that live in Ghana, for we to, love each other, promote our culture, and also relate very well to the people of Ghana, from the grassroots to the highest level, to the queen mothers, to kings, to government officials, to traders, to farmers, all sectors of life. So this is a duty, it's service to the people. I tell my people that I'm a chief servant, not just a king to the people, yes.
And it is an enormous responsibility. You are even more than an ambassador. Yours is an ambassador at large. You referred to Apostle when I came here as your father. So it brings me to our next question. How long have you known Apostle Professor Emeritus?
From the time I came to Ghana in 1995, I've been hearing about Apostle. From the time we started coming to Ghana, bringing goods in and out. But I got to know him more as he started automobile production, electronics production, and the whole lot. So his name began to ring more bell in entire Ghana and entire world. And I've been dreaming many years to meet such a great man that God has given to us in this 21st century, to be a blessing to mankind. I've been dreaming to see him. Luckily for me, from the time of my coronation as a king, after my coronation as a king, I started visiting great kings and the kingdoms to have a relationship with them, so we can exchange culture, we can exchange understanding. I can also learn from them. So at that period, I come across one of my sons, Gordon, that led me to Dr. Usansa. That through Mr. Usansa, Dr. Usansa, I met my father, Professor Osofo, Apostle, Kojo Safo, Kantanka, Emeritus, evangelist, a preacher, apostle, a bishop, a father, a king, a manufacturer, everything. What will I name? A man that changed a whole lot of things beyond human, imagination. So I met him. And luckily for me, the very first time I met him, he see me as a son. He opened his mouth to tell me that he loved me, he liked me, he wanted us to work together. And he seriously blessed me together with my elders I went to see him with. And since that time, he has never stopped. Sometimes he sent for me that he wanted to see me. Dr. Usu will call me and I'll make myself available to see him. Anytime I go to him, I learn a lot. Wisdom from him, knowledge from him, directions from him, a lot. And there's this particular thing he always tell me, say, the spirit of I can do make sure it's in you. So I've known him now for over 8 years. And since I know him, it looks as if that 8 years is 80 years.
Forever.
Like forever, yes.
You've seen Apostle. You've gotten closer to him now. But I see you as an ambassador who has come to Ghana to promote the Igbo culture and all the responsibilities that you mentioned. Do you think that Ghana, as a country, and for that matter, Africa, we've utilized Apostle and the greatness that he has to its fullest?
No. Ghana, West Africa, Africa as a continent, we did not understand, we did not know who God has given to us as a son. The things that God is using Apostle to do, the things that he has invented, and many more that he wants to invent, look at his age. But we are not making use of him. Africans, we import virtually everything from the Western world, from Asia, from everywhere. But God has given us a man that can invent all these things, that can manufacture all these things. Even the camera that I and you is looking at right now, he can even manufacture them, but we import them. The light we are using here, he can manufacture them, but we import them from abroad. We are now creating jobs for the people over there, and we are not creating jobs for ourselves. We give them our money, they produce for us, and we bring them back here, we sell. We provide job for them, we create job for them. But God gave us Apostle Kantanka, who also manufacture vehicles, brand new car, from scratch to the end. Manufacture television, from beginning to the end. Manufacture almost everything. And the government of Africa refuses to invest in this automobile, refuses to invest in this great man, refuses to invest in this intellect. I don't know if it's because of bureaucracy. I don't know if it's political. I don't know if we don't want to grow. Why are we patronizing outsiders and we left what belongs to us? 99% of vehicles that we are using in Africa are all imported. But our own son, our own father, our own king, our own brother, God has given him the wisdom to manufacture a brand new vehicle. We pay a lot of money to go abroad, buy used cars, come back home, a dumped car. Then every day we're a mechanic. But we can buy a brand new car from our father, from our brother, and if there's any problem on that car, we can quickly go to the workshop, and it will be fixed with a new brand parts. And we refuse to do all these things. I have been to his exhibition several times, and some of the car shop showrooms, and people are not patronizing it. So I think that, based on your question, Ghanaians, West Africa, Africans, we have never, ever, ever seen what God has given to us in SAFO Kantanka. And I am trying to let Africans know that it is time now we should look into that. It is time right now we should bring the products of the old man on board so that we'll benefit out of it. Remember, the old man is getting old. Yes. Yeah, we know the way he is because he's a man of mysteries. We know he can stay up to 200 years on earth, but it's not enough for us. Yes. So we need to make use of his intellect now.
Thank you. Viewers, we are in conversation with His Royal Majesty Eze Dr. Jude CHUKWUDI IHENETU. He is the Eze Igbo of Ghana. He is an ambassador who has enormous responsibilities on his shoulders. and he's telling us about what he knows about Apostle Professor Emeritus Nana Kwadu SAFO KANTANKA, whose birthday is in the month of August. And this is an exclusive with him to tell us how he got to know Apostle. He said so many things. Now we want to delve into the relations between Ghana, Nigeria, and Kantanka, because we know the little history that if you take the Safo Kotoko family, it spreads across West Africa, and we have some tribal connections and linkages with the people of Cameroon, Chad, some parts of Nigeria. So there are some similarities even in the cultures of the Igbo people that you represent and the Asante people and some other cultures that Apostle also represent. Are you aware of something like that?
Yes, I'm aware.
How are you aware, sir?
I'm aware because I've sat with the SAFO KANTANKA several times, and he take us through the Asafo family, take us through the Sudan, to Cameroon, to Nigeria, to Ghana, to the Akans, a whole lot of things he have told us. And also, we've discussed in details a lot of times about culture and tradition. And some of the culture, some of the tradition he mentioned is also similar to Igbo culture, like in farming, in respecting, in being calm, in thinking, in loving each other, in working together, in celebration of yam, in a whole lot of areas that he told me. And the Igbo people, these are things that we also do, more especially celebrating Yam Festival. That is thanking God for giving us life, that we were able to plant our crops and we have life to, harvest our crops. So all these things, from what I discussed with him, is also similar to what we do. So a whole lot of things I've discussed with him that are similar to exactly what Igbos do.
At this juncture, I would like you to do two things for me at the same time. The first one is that, like I said from the beginning, this month is a special month, the month in which Apostle was delivered to the world as the special gift, the Star of Africa. So the first one I would like you to do for me is to say some words of wishes to Apostle. And then the last segment will be for you to advise. You've already done that about the kind of importations we do, how we have underutilized the potentials of such a great person. And because you said some already, the last segment will be an advice to Ghana and African governments as to what they should do to support Apostle and take everything that he brought so that at least we can also see the light. So the first one, your words of happy birthday wishes to the great man, your own father.
My father, SAFO KANTANKA, my bishop, my inventor, my mentor, my king, a man that God gave to us here in Africa to change the understanding of Africans, a star of Africa, a man that God has given to us to create jobs to the African people, more especially in the area of farming, agriculture. Father, I, your son, the Igbo king in Ghana, His Majesty CHUKWUDI IHENETU, I am wishing you happy birthday. On behalf of my wife, Liberty, Queen Ugeze, my beautiful and handsome children, my household, the entire Igbo community, Nigerians that live in Ghana, we are wishing you happy birthday. You are a blessing to mankind. You are a blessing to the poor. You are a blessing to the riches. But a lot of people don't know who you are. But I know who you are. And many know who you are. I wish you happy birthday. Yes, I know you are getting old, but I still see you that you are young. Sometimes I call you Papa, sweet 18, not 16, not 21, but 18. I still believe you are 18. And I know, by the grace of God, God will extend your life more, that you live more here on earth, because the purpose why God brought you here, you've never achieved it. You are still working hard to achieve it. And these are my prayers and our prayers that God will extend your life with many more years so that we will reap benefit from you. we wish you happy birthday with good health. If you live long, if the health is not good, that means there's no need of you living. But it's our prayer that God will give you good health. Prosper you more. If you're already prospered, but prosper you more. And every of the heart desire you have for mankind will be fulfilled. But above all, may the will of God be done in your life. Happy birthday, Papa. God bless you. We love you.
Thank you, Your Royal Majesty. The last segment, your advice.
My advice to Africans, anywhere you are, remember that God created man for a purpose. For he told Jeremiah in the book of the Bible that I knew you in your mother's womb before you was born. There's a lot of purpose why you are here on earth. Try to identify the purpose. Try to identify your goals. Try to identify who you are. Try to identify what you can give to the world. Try to identify what the world can use you to identify, to achieve. If you don't identify who you are, it will be difficult for you to succeed. A lot of people today, they are not brilliant in education, but they are brilliant in manufacturing. They are brilliant in production. They are brilliant in so many other areas. But you might say, hey, because he's not brilliant in education, he should repeat classes. While you can send him to go and learn handwork, and his life can change. He can become the bigot of Africa. He can become also like our father, SAFO Kantanka, who God has blessed him to that level. So anywhere you are, identify who you are and what God wants you to do and the purpose why God brought you here on earth. Don't just depend on human being to survive. Depend on yourself and be proud of yourself and work hard. If you don't work hard, it will be difficult for you to have food at home. Those lazy men that never work hard or lazy women that never work hard are the ones believing that manna will fall from heaven. Manna fell over 2,000 years ago. The manna today is yourself. Your hard work is the manna that falls today. So please work hard and depend on yourself. Our father, SAFO Kantanka, say, have the spirit of I can do. You can do it better. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Your Royal Majesty. Me pacho ene nyumre yene ohimpon a nidide nana eze CHUKWUDI IHENETU. Ono ne ohimpon a oda Igbo manfo a omo Ghana man nyina no ena ebehia wo na hemfie ene ono ani fie ene ne betwetwe nkomo senia bosome a yewo mu eyeye papa Apostle Professor Emeritus Nana KWADWO SAFO KANTANKA na woda bosome na kantankatv eyi saa bosome esi wo se ye de dan ye papa edi na ya bɔ na baso na ya tontom no na ya kamfo no ye na na hia ye no ye ma ne dan ne ho adi o kire ye nipa kora a wo ye so no da Igbo emanfo mo o mayi mu nyina no o wa ahemfo be se nkron na hye nase ebisa ne se entinadwuma bi ne sen o kire ye se enam so osi ni nuanum Igbofo anamu nti ye di nkan no oboaboa omano omo bedi dwa omo bedi dwuma hodo ewo Ghana ha nyina no o kyerɛkyerɛ omo emra kwan so a omo befa so a omo bedi omo dwuma na omo nkoto Ghana mra nti bra no ebi aprosifo ene immigration fo ene omo mu bambofo no abobo mano na omo ne nkrofo na bekasa na wa kyerɛ omo sene Ghana mra te de be ya omo bedi omo dwa wo kwampa so de be ya omo be ya omo dwuma die nyina no akiri no omo nso so eboa se omo be ma Igbo amamre ne amane akoso wo mayi mu na amamfo ehun se Ghana ye ne Igbofo ye nyina ye nipa baako yakoni abedi ye nyina mu iwe ebisa no fa ye papa Apostle ho o se Apostle de ne papa no ebisa de bi oni ni hia na nam ono so na ama ono wate abrabo ase wahu han enti osre onyinkire ne nkwamfie ene asomdue de ma no one na busua ono ankasa ne yire lolo one ne ma ene ni fiefo nyina omoma Apostle afinsiapa owie no atu ebibire mu aman ene mpanimfo fo se adenti ne de akyede kese te sa Apostle akye otumi ye ka otumi ye niema ahudo nyina na yentumi mfa ye wire nhyɛ ni mu na onye okanifo no moaye ema sa ne ema nyina yentumi nye na da bia ye koso kra ne ema fira manone ne ema nkrofo bi ma adwuma na ye manfo mrante ne maba ne mabunu nya adwuma nye ewo ye mayi mu ose Ghana ene Africa aban mufo omo so aposafo mu na omunye niye na sa Apostle ye a Africa be ye Ghana man nyina nso ebe yi. Aha na yɛde nkɔmmɔtwetwe no esie na yɛasan so Your Royal Majesty, we are most grateful. You've shared a lot with us, and we know that anytime that we come and knock at your door, you will open to us as you've done today. We are always your children, and we are also part of the Igbo community in Ghana. My name is Anakwa Minyameba Bempa. This is where we are signing off from the palace of His Royal Majesty as a Dr. CHUKWUDI JUDE IHENETU. See you next week. Nyankopon Inshram. Bye-bye.